Ginger and Ann, thank you so much for joining us, and thanks for sharing that information and all you're doing for our community and for our kids. I think what I'd like to do is just hand it over to our esteemed president, Ms. Janaea Kennedy, to kick this party off.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. On this Zoom meeting, we have Ms. Ginger and Ann, who are representing SafePath. We have Carol Mosen, who was our 2011 president of the Cobb Association of Realtors. We have Demetrius Lockett, who is one of our affiliate members and also our community outreach chair. And then we have several of our board members, our president-elect, VPs, and board members. And so thank you, everybody, for joining. And of course, our fearless leader, Mr. Barry Arnold. So Ginger and Ann, we just really wanted to call this meeting because we recognize how horrible this pandemic has been, and we really hated to hear that you had to cancel your gala, the Hearing Children's Voice Gala. And I think I read somewhere that that was going to net you all about $185,000. And so that's, our hearts just dropped when we heard that news. And so we wanted to invite you here to present something to you. And so Carol has joined us not only as a past president, but for our Georgia Association of Realtors, she serves as the chairperson for the Realtors Issue Committee. And so she has something that she wants to share with you about her committee. And so I'll turn it over to Carol.
Hi all, and thank you so much for what you do. I mean, that's just heartbreaking to even hear what you were talking about before we started. It's just, can't even imagine. And God bless you for doing all that. As the chair of RIAC, which is the Realtor Issue Action Committee, really it's special for me to be able to do this. The issues are broad that we cover, but this year, because of the pandemic and how it's hurting a lot of people individually, but also organizations like yours who rely on money and support from the community and are being cut off out of nothing that you can control. So our committee at the state level decided that we would like to offer each board an opportunity to use funds that we would distribute in any way that they desired to give to local, within the community, to whatever organization they chose. And we gave each board an opportunity to apply for $1,500 per board around the state. And I, as a member of Cobb, am extremely proud, and we were very excited that Barry Arnold was the very first applicant that we got. I mean, the applications went out, and I don't know if it was even an hour. We got his application because that's just who Barry is. And SafePath is such a organization that's so near and dear and been supported for a long time by Cobb. And so I'm going to turn it back to Janaea because I know she has a little presentation she wants to make, but that's where the state comes into this, that we just felt we need to give back some of the state money that we have to our local communities around the state.
Awesome. So thank you, Carol. I wish I had like a huge check, but I only have like small checks. And there's no money in this account, so sorry. But we actually, as Carol said, Barry and I spoke and we said, no brainer, we're giving this money to SafePath, or we're going to apply for this on behalf of SafePath, because that was right when we heard the news that you had to cancel the gala. And so we submitted the application and we were approved for the entire $1,500.
Yay!
And so that is coming all. And so we're just so happy. Thank you so much, Carol, to your committee for even offering this opportunity. And Barry, thank you for completing the application so timely. And Carol, I know we made you proud, and so thank you.
Very proud, very proud.
But that's not all. That's not all. So we shared this with our board of directors, and everyone hands down said, we need to match those funds. So today we're honored to say that we're giving you a total of $3,000.
Oh, wow.
So you should receive that check from us tomorrow-ish, Friday, maybe at the latest. And it'll be a real check with real money that you can actually use in cash. And so on behalf of the Cobb Association of Realtors, with the assistance of the Georgia Association of Realtors and the RIAC committee, we want to just honor you with $3,000 and say thank you so much for the service that you do in our community.
Oh, thank you all so much. That, I mean, you know, I shared with
Deep breath.
who does your hair? It looks great.
Thank
How
you.
y'all are looking so good. It took me 4 hours to get in front of this thing today. Usually I don't have the video showing. Yeah, deep breath. You know, I shared with Barry. It really does mean so much, especially with adults. And I said it in my email back to him, who can remember what it was like to be a child. Whether you were abused or not, when you're a child, your thought process is so different. And you so rely on adults to guide you. If they're happy, you're happy. If they're sad, you're sad. If they feel trapped, you feel trapped, you know. So, and I said to him, I said, you know, the adult that can remember what it's like to be a child, and I said, and that is the Cobb Association of Realtors, to a T, has the hearts of angels and the souls of saints. It is you all together. And the idea of when this hit our families, we're now doing telemental health so that we can reach out to our families that are home and keep them going and give them the support they need. And to be able, we've got to be there when this is over. We can't, it's not an option for us to shut our doors and say, well, good luck, Cobb, you know, for you children who have been trapped now, who may not be in a great situation. We've got to be there. And this money is so vital to us. So, and I always say, it's not the cases that bring me to tears in this field after 37 years. It truly is the people who support the cause. So,
Gonna make me cry.
yay, go team. Okay, I'm taking away the video. I really do. I thank you all so very, very, very. You're not supposed to touch your face. That was, sorry about that. I just got my fingers in my eye. Somebody put on Facebook a little levity to the situation and said, if I die from touching my face, I am going to be so angry. Oh,
I would like to,
you.
and no problem, I'd like to invite any of our board members, if you have anything that you'd like to share or say or tell us how pretty we are, we're all
Tell us how pretty we are.
Anyone have anything? Nope. Okay. Well, Barry, we'll turn it back over to you.
Well, thank you very much. And, you know, your words and thoughts, Ginger, are very moving. And that's, you know, frankly, why we had continued to support SafePath. That's why Kristen and I are members of your board of directors and continue to remain as such. It just means a lot. And so like Janaea says, this was just a no-brainer for us when the opportunity arose. So thank you for all you do for our community, and we will continue to be there for you to the extent that we can.
Hey, there's Kristen. I just opened up my screen so I can see everybody. Hey. Thank you all so much.
You all have a good afternoon.
You too.
Thank you. God bless. Stay healthy. Don't touch your face. Whatever. Okay. Thanks, y'all.
Barry.
Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Barry. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.